Hey everybody, and welcome to a special episode of Storytime that promises to be out of this world.
Hey Pear! You know what Jabba the Hutt's middle name is?
No, what is it?
The!
Oh my gosh. Well, as you can see, today we're telling the story of Star Wars.
Woohoo! Oh, check this out. You know how Samuel L. Jackson got a special purple-colored lightsaber?
Yeah?
Well, I got an orange one. Whoa! Whoa, I had it upside down. I almost wound up a Sith kebab.
If only. All right, should we get started?
Yes! We begin, of course, with episode 1.
You sure you don't want to begin with episode 4?
Oh my god, you don't even know how to count. I'm so embarrassed for you right now.
But
First you didn't know Jabba's middle name, and now this?
orange.
Pear, 1 is the first number.
I know that.
You sure? Because it seems like you don't.
I do too.
Okay, fine. Let's just get this story time off the ground already. Na 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 na.
Hold on. Is this the actual text from the movie? It feels like this has more references to Jar Jar Binks than I remember.
What? Jar Jar Binks is a main character in episode 1, Pear.
Maybe he is, but I know for a fact that episode 1 isn't called the Jar Jar Menace.
What can I say? If you think Jar Jar is just a supporting character, you're focusing on Alderaan things. Here are the facts, Pear. Early in the movie, the Jedi Knight Qui-Gon Jinn saves Jar Jar in the forests of Naboo, and they team up.
I'm with you so far.
And they make a classic buddy cop duo. Qui-Gon Jinn knows the Force, and Jar Jar knows Naboo. And also how to be funny, and also how to be handsome. Thanks to Jar Jar and his hilarious catchphrase, "How wooed," they're able to rescue Queen Natalie Portman and get her to another planet called Tatooine. There, Jar Jar does a whole bunch of really funny and important things like walking around, eating food, and looking at stuff. Then, a bunch of stuff happens, and Jar Jar gets promoted to a general and leads the Gungans in a huge, awesome, and occasionally hilarious battle against the droid army. But Qui-Gon Jinn doesn't survive the battle, which means Jar Jar has to shoulder the entire buddy cop dynamic himself for the rest of the movies. Now, on to episode 2, Attack of the Jar Jar Clones. Na 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 na.
Hey, does that say Jar Wars? Orange, stop! Jar Jar Binks is hardly in the movies once episode 1 ends.
Yo, what you talking about? He's in like every scene. Remember the scene in Return of the Jedi when Luke Skywalker shoots that proton torpedo down the exhaust vent and blows up the entire Death Star?
Yeah, everyone knows that scene. He puts away his computer screen and uses the Force to make the shot.
Look again! He didn't use the Force. Jar Jar was standing there, pointing to the vent opening.
What?
And you know that scene where Darth Vader tells Luke that he's his father?
No! Sure.
Well, in the director's cut, you see that Jar Jar is there too, and Darth Vader tells him he's his new stepdad.
No! Orange, that isn't true!
And then, you remember that scene at the Sarlacc pit? Listen closely, and you'll hear Jar Jar add some really important commentary in the background.
How old?
Stop it! Orange, this is preposterous. Jar Jar Binks is not the main character.
You're not the main character.
I know.
Look, I don't want to spoil the entire thing, but you definitely need to go back and rewatch the movies. Jar Jar's all over the place. I'm talking cameo after cameo after cameo. It's no wonder Disney gave Jar Jar his own spin-off series.
Really? I hadn't heard anything about that.
You haven't heard about the Gungalorian? Where bounty hunter Jar Jar whizzes around the galaxy with his sidekick, Baby Jarda?
Oh my god. I'm so glad that's not actually a thing, because if it was, it would be awful.
You really think that? How wooed!
Ah!
Na 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 na.
Written and direct. Okay, you know what? I give up. I'm out of here.
Pear, wait! Don't you want to see the extra scene at the end of the credits?
What are you talking about? There's actually a scene after the.
Hello, it's me, Jar Jar Binks. Did you know many people do not know how to count? Like this guy here.
What the? Oh, come on.
So I should teach you to count now. 1, 2, sir.
This episode is over, you hear me? It's over.
And remember, number 4 comes after number 1.
Ah!